What up, now? And welcome to Free for All Friday, man. It's Friday then. Hey, it's Saturday, Sunday. Well, it is Free for All Friday. I got, what I'm saying, the queen of the prod rolling with me today. If somebody else jump in, you know how it is. We're going to go ahead and let them in. But let's get into the chat this morning, man. Good morning, good morning, good morning. First of all, what I'm saying, we got my man, the Jazzy One. Paul Giroux says, hey, Dan, good morning. The Dan Spanos talking about, man, Free for All Friday. Glad to see you doing a little bit better, Dan. Appreciate you, man. Always hanging out with us right here on Detroit Lions on the Prowl. My man, Brian Stover says, good morning, man. Football tonight. That's what we talk about, man. It's a big week for the Detroit Lions. First of all, we had Hard Knocks, and now we got preseason football. Man, it's just a great day to be a Detroit Lions fan all over the place, man. So happy preseason football today. Lionel dude back and say it's game day. Yes, it is, baby. What's going on, Nicole? Man, great chat we had on Wednesday, man. Goldman's meeting was off the chain, man. Big, it was a packed house. We haven't had that many people in a long time in a Goldman's meeting. So we appreciate all the people coming in and hanging out. So let's get into it. We want y'all to go ahead and respond in the chat as well, of course. But first things first, Val, because ain't nobody here but us.
I think everybody's getting ready for the game tonight. I think that's what it is. I think that
because the game's at 6, so you got to get there a little early, whatever. So was the first episode of Hard Knocks what you thought it would be? Why or why not? So let us know in the comments too. So we'll read those as well. But what was it what you thought it would be?
Well, usually when I think of Hard Knocks, it's usually this really big negative spin on a team. And it was absolutely surprising to me how well that show was actually done. I think it was one of the best episodes that Hard Knocks has done in a long time. I mean, I don't think that there was one negative thing that was even addressed with the team the entire show.
I think the only thing they said was like the team went 3-13 last year. That was the most negative comment that was made. I agree with you 100%. And then just watching the content around it. If you look at some of the content before it started with the Inside the Den episode that happened, where the Lions pretty much hard knocks people. And I thank you for Michael Hook for saying that, because that's exactly what they did. They kind of went behind the scenes of the Hard Knocks people, and then the director from Hard Knocks was on the Pivot podcast last week as well. So you kind of got the sense of what were they thinking, and she was like, "This will be the greatest. This is going to be the greatest season of Hard Knocks that we've they're saying the content, the coaching staff, they this is going to be the greatest season of Hard Knocks, just because of the fact that this is the most open and honest and a coaching staff that we've ever had, and they want to be on the show. If you don't know, I know we said it on the show before that the Lions actually reached out and said they were interested in being in Hard Knocks. That's a bold move for a team, especially a team that had a losing record, to say, "Hey, man, we throwing our hat in the ring. We want to be on the show." And I'm loving that, because that's a move by Sheila Hamp and the leadership saying, "Hey, man, we want to get a different narrative out there on the team." But I think that the first episode met my expectations. I thought it was what I thought it would be. They introduced the Detroit Lions to the public, because a lot of people don't know. All they know is the Lions lose. That's all they know. We're the laughing stock of the league, and we keep losing, and the Fords own us, and that's about it. And we have terrible ownership, and we waste players' careers in Detroit. We wasted Barry Sanders' career. We wasted Matthew Stafford's career. We wasted Calvin Johnson's career. And with all that negative attention around the team and that narrative, I think that we're going to change that. And I thought the first episode did introduce the Detroit Lions to the rest of the NFL universe. Let's get into some of the comments of, what you guys thought was the first episode up to what you thought it would be. Definitely. I mean, we'll see. Let's see what you got going on, man. Hard Knocks, very positive vibes. I believe so, Paul. I think it was very positive. I think it was very positive as well. It was one of those things. Like you kind of get it out there, right? So NFL Network is carrying the game night. People were asking in the chat. I know outside of the Detroit area or your market team, if you're watching in that area, it's on Fox. But for all of us who live outside of market, it will be on NFL Network at 6:00. So, yeah. So, all that being said, Lionel the Douchebag says the country has fallen in love with the team. I love to see it. Okay, no, man, the myth, the legend. Y'all see it, man. Y'all see my man Luke G of Luke G's Fear Review is in the building. What's going on, Luke?
What's going on, family, man? Glad I can make this one. I was trying to hurry up. I'm like, come on now. People, get out my way now.
Now, okay, the first question was up. Was the first episode of Hard Knocks what you thought it would be? Why or why not?
No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't, actually. It was better. It was better than I thought it would be, because I walked away seeing things that I'm like, why is this not being reported in the media? I walked away literally just like, yo, I had no clue about some of the things that I saw. And one of the things that I saw when they were showing like they drills was Jared Davis blowing people up.
I said the same thing, brother. I said the same thing when we did our review. I'm like, why in the hell is this not being covered?
They wasn't talking about it. They wasn't saying anything about it. All you've been hearing about is goddamn Malcolm Rodriguez. Meanwhile, Jared Davis, well, he's with the threes. I'm like, what I saw, he was blitzing. He was. I think they just load managing him, without having him, so he can make it through the season. I think he's still in play to start next to Alex Anzalone, and that's my two starting linebackers right now. But I saw that, and I didn't understand why it wasn't getting pressed, and I'm like, So again, that shows you that sometimes we have biases where we're like, oh, this is not the real storyline here when it comes to the media. I mean, everybody know that Aaron Glenn and
Deuce Staley. Them my uncle. Those are me and my friends, or my dad and my uncles. That's them all day long.
Yeah,
because you do that with your boys. You know what I'm saying? You talk trash. You know what I'm saying? You compete. At the end of the day, you love each other.
I mean, it's one of them things where it's like, look, if competition brings the best out of people in most cases, but I enjoyed that. And then the other thing that blew my mind, 80 plus seasons of experience. 80 plus seasons of experience with our coaches, and most of them are former players. That's nuts. Yep. So yeah, it was better than I thought. It was way more in depth than I thought. And there's some things that I saw that disappointed me. I'm gonna say those for another time because I plan on trying to go live later on to kind of rant about these things. But it was some things that definitely disappointed me on so many regards.
Okay, yeah. But that Jared Davis thing kind of rubbed, and I said it in the Gold Members meeting on Wednesday. Then I was like, "What the hell is going on with the Jared?" Like I don't hear anything about Jared Davis coming out.
But I don't think they want to play all of their cards at once. You see what I'm saying?
It's not them. It's the media. It's the media looking at what's getting clicks and pushing those stories. This Malcolm Rodriguez BS.
Rodrigo is the biggest story. Yeah,
it's the biggest push. Okuda's a big button push. Jared Goff is a big button push. But if you write a story about Jared Davis, who would read that?
But the bad thing about that is when he re-signed him, that was all the headlines. Jared Davis re-signed with the Lions. Right. Jared Davis came back, and now Jared Davis is in camp lighting people up. But you not hearing anything?
You're not hearing anything about it. It just blew my mind when I saw it, and I thought to myself, like, am I the only one who witnessed that, or am I tripping?
Nope, because I was watching between the lines, because that's one of the things when we kind of did our review, we kind of went between the lines. We covered the stories, that the big things that were in the show, but we wanted to go and see what we saw in the field too, because wait a minute, we got to talk about this because this is part of the team. What's going on the field, because you're going to see that content as well. Right. And I'm loving I'm picking up what you're putting down, Luke G. I saw that as well. I was like, great day in the morning. What in the hell is going on?
Why? And it was getting no press. It was a few plays. It was a few plays where Aaron Glenn was able to talk trash because he was like, yeah, where that play was going? Nowhere. What you was doing on it, like it was just so different. So I saw that. And it was huge. I didn't even talk about it in my Discord because I got certain people who like to debate me just for the hell of it. And I'm like, I don't feel like debating for the hell of it. I want to debate. If you truly disagree, state your position. I state my position, and let's see where we can meet in the middle. You know,
you had Skip Bayless in your Discord.
Man, listen, I got a Skip, a Shannon, Stephen Nay, shoot,
Max
man.
Kelly, all them cats in there.
Man, they all in there, bro. I got them all in, and we be in there talking about different things, but it'd be like it's certain people that no matter what I say, like I made a post the other day. Where one of the things that's been going on, and Mike noticed, Micro Mike noticed, where I was like, dude, I don't know where these fans are coming from with this idea that we don't need linebackers, but can we stop with this BS?
Absolutely. Thank you.
And so I look up, and they, it was a Sports Illustrated article where it was like, Roquan Smith is a potential landing spot, right?
We're
so
going to talk about that later in the show. We're going to talk about it later in the show.
Right. All I did was post that. All I did was post that in the Discord and said, and here I am being told linebackers don't matter. And
I was told that in the draft, but we'll get into that a little bit later. One thing I did want to bring up, as far as the Hard Knocks episode, I noticed that it changed the opinion of a lot of the YouTube content creators for other teams in our division.
Yeah, it did.
I mean, I watched Tom Grossi go, is Dan Campbell the greatest thing ever? I watched, the Bears content kind of change, and I'm like, okay, wait a minute. Well, you Vikings changed. Wait a minute. It's starting to change the narrative for how people are looking at the Lions.
Yeah, it is. And it's not just like it's like on a national level, because you got these national, like I'm in love with the Lions now. Like I'm a fan of the Lions. Like who knew? Like, and you have this motivated things that were in the background, and I love the way that this coaching staff and this regime is taking about motivation. Like the sign that said in the background in the meeting room, and it wasn't like, oh, division champions this day, or that championship. It wasn't banners. It was like the last time we did this, it was 1957 was the last championship. The last time we won a division was 93. The last playoff win was in 92. So it's like it had like a negative connotation on it. So you can get some, like, we got some work to do, fellas, because the last time we did this was decades ago. And we need to change the narrative here in Detroit.
Yeah, but the thing is I knew it from the moment of Dan Campbell's first presser, and I wish Jim was here today to testify to this, because we sat and watched it, and I told him, I took one look at him, I said, that is Mike Ditka, and he looked at me like, what the hell? Because he knows that Ditka is like a god to me. You know what I'm saying? I said, this is the guy that's going to change the narrative in Detroit, and really quick. And the thing is I've seen a lot of fans go, well, it doesn't matter until they actually win shit. But you know what? When Ditka came in 1982, he held a team meeting with the Bears and said, he said, give me 3 years. And if you walk with me, we'll get to the dance. 1985.
Yeah.
It's funny you bring that up, because you can go through history and see a number of head coaches that's happened with, including the Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah.
So you have these moments where there are certain coaches who come in and make these changes and stuff, and you're like, hey, they can make it different. But you remember when Dan Campbell first presser, even my man Adam from over there on Woodward Sports, it was on his goddamn head. Oh, you're a freaking meathead. You're doing this stupid stuff and these antics, and I'm like, what? You want to bite off me, cousin?
But they said the same thing about Ditka. Ditka's mouth was something else. If y'all remember, his mouth was something else.
But now, if you listen to Adam is praising the hell out of Dan Campbell. So, but a lot of people in the media gave him hell for those press conferences and thought that here's a guy that's just trying to be liked.
And we talked about that about Steve Smith. Steve Smith don't give credit to nobody. The former Baltimore Ravens.
Yeah.
And for him, I'm like, if he's giving credit, because he gives credit to nobody and no one. This is the guy who would trash talk players to the player's mama. If he would give somebody some credit like that, to say like, yeah, I think I had that wrong, because you got to look at him and the way that the narrative around the team is changing. I'm loving it. I think that's why it was. I think it was kind of necessary for the team to be on Hard Knocks this year, to kind of like, if we want to flip this thing around, we got to get this narrative out, the change of what we're doing in Detroit, and get it out sooner rather than later. All right. So speaking of Hard Knocks, because I can't leave it just at was it what you thought it would be? You got to give me your favorite moment of the show. You got to give me, you know what I'm saying, the one ass cheek, three toes, I'll beat your ass. I mean, give me your favorite moment of the show, Luke G. What was your favorite moment of the show?
It's so bad. It's so bad, but it was the end of when he says something to the player, and the player says, who? And he goes, these nuts. And I just...
Man,
I went.
That took me back to my young adulthood right there.
But it shows you that there's definitely a connection between him and the player. He's like, yeah, that one old school there. Got him. I'm like, what the hell is going on? That was my favorite moment. The these nuts moment was absolutely golden, and I appreciated that so much.
Yeah. What you got, Val? What was your favorite moment?
I have two favorite moments that I can't believe made it to TV.
What's that?
The first one was Jamal Williams on the field going, "We gonna run through you like diarrhea, drip, drip." And I was just about lost it at that moment. And then the other one, I think it was it Deuce Staley in the training room, where he was if you blow your ass.
Oh, that was in the running back meeting room. The running back.
Yeah, don't you dare! There's gonna be a fine if you blow your ass in this meeting room.
Hey, sometimes you gotta let a person know. Don't come in here, messing up nobody's stuff. Okay.
Yeah.
And that just testified to Jamal Williams earlier in the show going, "Can we get some Febreze and some bleach?"
Yeah.
How are y'all doing over there?
Yeah, that is bananas. I had a couple favorite moments. I'm a big MJ fan, so I did like the Aiden Hutchinson thing, you know what I'm saying? Because once he got going and everybody started singing with him, that showed the camaraderie of the team.
Personally, he has better dance moves than Rodriguez. I'm gonna say that he's got better dance moves than Rodriguez.
It depends on how you're dancing. So I don't know about that. But it has to be Deuce Staley and Aaron Glenn, because that took me back to my dad, and
that shit stole the show.
It was. Because I used to be around my dad and my uncles or his homies, and that's the way they acted toward each other. It was just like that. I mean, it was always that much, trash talk all the time. My cousin Jason, him and my dad used to get into it all the time. I told this story the other day. I said my dad used to have his welcome mat was backwards on his house. He would tell my cousins and anybody else, if you're welcome to get the hell out. He would always welcome them back in. But that trash talk was always there, but it was always love at the end of it. So,
and that was hilarious, Kurt, because I never realized anybody else did that but me.
Yeah,
because I do the exact same thing. If you look, I swear, I wish I could get up and go show you my welcome mat. It's backwards.
Yeah, because you're welcome to get the hell out anytime you want. But those are my man. But to hear them say, I mean, like in the grit, the dream, and the love, and to say like, "Hey, man, I love you. I want to mess you up between the lines, but I love you." And a lot of times, you know what I'm saying, people don't get that. It's healthy competition within that, but it breeds the competition between the players on the field, because for the longest time and for most of training camp, it's just Lions versus Lions. It's not Lions. It'll be Lions versus Falcons tonight. And next week it'll be joint practice. It'll be Lions versus the Colts. But at the end of the day, iron sharpens iron, and they're not going to get better, going against each other. And I think Dan Campbell's speech about having contact, like, I want you guys to have the contact. I can't simulate this. Like, you need to be out there hitting, because you're only going to get better doing this stuff. I have your best interest at heart. You're going to get better. And think about how many times players get this ticky-tack injuries because they ain't hitting in practice. You know what I'm saying? So, because they kind of the league has, the CBA, they're not doing that anymore in practice. They have a limited number of padded practices. They don't do 2 days anymore. And Jim and I talked about this a couple of years ago. We were talking about that, like how players are getting injured because of the lower amount of physicality there is in these training camps. Like, their bodies aren't getting used to the contact, and they start in the season very injured because of the fact that they can't get used to. They're not used to contact anymore.
And I'm glad they're getting to address that, but can they make some adjustments to those caps that they're making these guys wear during training camp?
Oh,
all it does is make me want to go
the Halo caps. You know,
they look like the Mushroom Mario.
But they're wearing that on the lowest levels now, and I guess that's one thing they were like, well, how can we preach safety at the lowest levels if we're not doing the same thing? And I mean they know it's, like I said, they know it looks funny, it looks crazy as hell, but at the end of the day, hopefully it prevents someone.
I'm waiting for Princess Peach to show up. I mean, I don't know.
I'm not messing with you, Val. All right. Lionel just said, I agree. Deuce and AG chirping at each other was so great. I think it was. I think it was definitely. Let's see. Let's see who we got in here. Oh, the coffee. Grandier with his damn coffee. Man, I tell you.
He's on that Dan Campbell coffee. He's on that Dan Campbell coffee.
Man, and that's like the strongest coffee that Starbucks makes, right? That blonde blend is like the strongest coffee that they make. And he takes a double shot of espresso in those cups. Yeah.
I'll challenge him to a coffee drinking contest one of these days.
My blood pressure can't take that shit. Okay. Okay, what would you give the Bears to get linebacker Roquan Smith? Like, what would you do? Because we know on this show that we need a linebacker right now, and that guy is an instant upgrade to me to our linebacking core. And what would you give Val to the Bears, to your Bears, for Roquan Smith?
You could give them a bag of potato chips with as dumb as they are. I mean, okay, and I've been arguing with Lions fans all freaking week over this bullshit. Mm-hmm. A lot of Lions fans, I'm going to not say everyone, but a lot of them are going, we need to we give up a 1 for him. You're dumb as hell. You are dumb as hell. Because have you ever watched a Bears trade ever in your life? They have consistently, historically given away top tier talent for a bag of peanuts. Mm-hmm. So if I were you could give. I think Dr. Detroit said something about a second, a fourth, and Cephas maybe. That would work. Or you could Anzalone, you can get rid of his ass. Will Smith, you can get rid of his ass. You can get rid of some of the backup guys that are not seeing any time. There's a lot of moves you can make without giving up any draft capital whatsoever. But considering this is all a pipe dream anyway, because the Bears will never, ever, ever, ever trade with the Lions, so we're just playing fantasy league at this point.
Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah, I think I said that. I think I said a second, a third, and a player. Think about this. One of our backup offensive linemen. So they seem to be hurting in Chicago for offensive linemen, and our backups are better than 10 times better than their backups. Hell, they're better than some of their starters. So I would definitely look at maybe one of those guys. And because that will be a game changer on our defense.
Absolutely, I'm surprised at how dumb the Bears are right now with this bullshit.
And he's not even. He came off the pup, so they can trade him. I think, but he's not practicing or anything like that.
But what they're going to do, here's what they're going to do with Roquan. They're going to franchise tag his ass, piss him off, and make him stay. And his contract is still going anyway. So this is all. This is all just. He ain't going nowhere.
What you got, Luke?
Well, according to Roquan Smith, it's just that he feels undervalued and underappreciated by this new regime than he did with the ones who took him. But for me, I'm giving up a third. I'll give up a third. I'll give up multiple picks. In terms of players, you can't. I mean, as much as I'm not a fan of Anzalone and believe we can upgrade from him, he knows too much about the defense exclusively. Because he's the one that they're going to be using to get everybody lined up. So I don't
obviously not, because he can't do nothing with it. So what the difference?
Yeah, but we're talking about the guy who's supposed to be quarterback in the defense. But it's unfortunate. It is unfortunate. However, it's unfortunate. But however, I just look at it and I say, I'm trying to give them the bare minimum. I'm with you. You can get him for little to nothing. I mean, the second round pick, if you ask for a second, that's all I'm offering you. I'm not giving you a second and nothing else. No, I'm not giving you no.
They want to treat this like a Khalil Mack, and he's not even at Khalil Mack level. You see what I'm saying? He's not. I mean, he's great. I loved him. I would kill to have Roquan Smith on the Lions, whatever. I think the Bears are dumb, but the Bears have always treated their players like trash.
I think Roquan Smith had more value than Khalil Mack, and I'll explain why. I'll hear you out. When I watched Khalil Mack was brought there to be a disruptor, a pass rusher, and all these things like that, and I get it. But a lot of that was off of namesake and what he previously did. On the Bears, he was okay. You know, he did his job. He was good for the Bears, right? But when they went out and they got Roquan Smith, I noticed a difference in how people play, because people will run at Khalil Mack. People will run plays to get Khalil Mack out the game. They was trying to figure out how to get Roquan Smith in the game. It wasn't working. And so the only way you can do that was essentially by throwing a faster tight end or receiver to kind of see if he can keep up with them. But for the most part, stopping the run sideline to sideline and aggression, and he knew what was going on, the guy was 100% there. And when you look at what the Bears did and moving on from Khalil Mack, they felt that what they gave up, they didn't really get what they thought they were going to get from him. They thought that they would get more. He did okay. But with Roquan Smith, from day one, you've seen a difference and a change in the guards where it's like this damn linebacker. And I remember watching games last year where I'm like I really wanted them to put in Swift, because I knew that if you can get somebody faster out there that can get him in space, you can probably beat him. But when it came to Jamal Williams, he was eating his ass up. So to me, I think he had more value in that regard because he was able to do a little bit more than what they gave up to get him.
Well, I'm not gonna downplay Khalil Mack here, because I'll tell you what, with what has happened with the Bears themselves, Khalil Mack spent more time on the field than most linebackers in the NFL do. Okay? He did. I mean, even injured. This dude was doing this shit with injuries left and right up his ass.
You mean they overused him?
They overused him. And that was the problem. They absolutely overused Khalil Mack.
Because when he was brought in, Val, they brought him in to be this like.
And he was at first. If you notice,
that first year, he had 12.5 sacks.
They never. Here's the thing: they never addressed the offensive line. So what happened was there was 1 year where 6 months out of that year, the offense was only on the field for 12 minutes. Are you kidding me?
Oh yeah, their offense was horrible.
So not only did they overuse Khalil Mack, but Khalil Mack also was able to give Roquan Smith the opportunity and the ability to show up and show out a little more than he probably would have if Khalil Mack wasn't there.
I think even if Khalil Mack was there or not, he was going to show out. And the reason I say that is because when I watched Roquan Smith, even when he came out of college, he was a guy that I really wanted.
Well, he was going to show up and show out to a degree. But, I mean, it gave him more of that ability to really showcase more of what he could do.
Plus, when you go through and you look at it, like I said, Khalil Mack had the number of injuries, like you said, that you talk about those. And then, like I said, the numbers were going down. However, I'm just making a point that to me, that linebacker was way more institutional because all he ever did was consistently get better and better and better. And
this is why I have that argument with Lions fans over linebackers aren't necessary.
Oh,
yeah, linebackers are definitely necessary.
If you notice, as soon as Khalil Mack and as soon as Roquan Smith entered the game for the Bears, shit changed. I mean, immediately. And they had talent on that team. So don't tell me that linebackers are that's just stupid.
Linebackers matter. Hey, thank you guys for joining us right here in Detroit Lions in the Pride, your home for Detroit Lions news and rumors. Okay, we got to pay some bills. Make sure you go to fanatics.com. Links in the description below. A portion of other proceeds from that link go to help us grow the content on this channel. So what do I have today? It is the Kurt Cap Switch Up. Y'all know what's going on with it. I want a different cap for every show. This week is the final. This week was draft cap week, and I'm wearing the final cap. It's the 2022 this year's draft cap, along with my draft shirt I have over there on LNU Shop. So make sure you go over to lnushop.com to check out. They help us bring you this content. If you want to, you can go over and check it out. LionsNationUnite.com. The link's right there for the LNU Shop. They have a fitness challenge going on over there in the LNU app. To go over there and check it out. If you want to go through the app on your mobile device, it's in the Google, Android, or Apple App Store, or you can just go to lionsnationunite.com and check it out. The link for the LNU shop is in the description, as well as the lionsontheprowl.shop.com, where you get yourself some Proud Nation gear. So go ahead, support the channel, and grab yourself some Proud Nation gear. Man, if you want to support the American Cancer Society of Michigan, the link's in the description for my man Lion Man. The big Lion Man, his Roar Up gear is in there as well. And if you just wanted to get yourself some tasty treats and some scrumptious morsels, go over to Delightful Bites. Links in the description below. And I'm telling you, if you like how they look, you'll love how they taste. Delightful Bites. Get your cookie on. All right, let's get back into these comments right quick.
I want to say something, one thing first. I swear to God, we should have a contest to guess how many caps you actually have, like the jelly beans in the jelly bean jar.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a lot. All right, let's but okay, yeah, and make sure you take note of which cap I'm wearing, because there will be some questions at the end of the month. I will be giving away an autograph cap to the winner at the end. So go ahead, pay attention. Like today is the 2022 draft cap. This is the last cap of the week. Next week is Salute to Service week. So I'll be wearing a different Salute to Service cap every day. We have a show next week, so go ahead and check it out. All right, so One Pride 46 give a bag of Cheetos for Roquan Smith. Brian Stowers is our first rounder yesterday immediately.
You don't need to do that, boy. You don't need to do that at all.
Granted to us that Kurt knows about coffee. So our first guy says, you damn right. I've drank more bad coffee than most people have drank in their life. Trust me, I drank more bad cups of Army coffee than there probably ever will be. For Lionel, this douchebag said she gave a second, a third, and Anzalone. Please take Anzalone. Okay. King SA says the bag of potato chips for Roquan. It is. I don't know about that. All right. Dan Spano says give them a third and Tim Boyle. Man, they might reject that for Tim Boyle.
Who is their backup quarterback right now? I forget who it was.
Shit, I don't even know. But it's got to be better than Tim Boyle. Got to be better than Tim.
What now?
Who's the Bears' backup quarterback? Let me look it up.
I don't know who it is.
Who cares?
I mean, but it might. But what I'm saying is that third and Tim Boyle shit might work. we
are not taking Tim Boyle. Sorry.
Trevor Siemian and Nathan Peterman.
Yeah, they're like Boyle wannabes. But anyway,
Granted, so say a third rounder and Cephas and James Houston. I'm not giving up James Houston. Cephas, I give up.
We're gonna put Boyle in the Hall of Fame, y'all.
K-Mac was traded 29-year-old. Yes, Roquan is 24. I think he's 26.
Yeah.
Roquan 26. He's 26. All right. Michael Huck says Smith can be a difference maker on our defense. I consider a third, a fifth, and possibly Cephas. Yeah. We got to get Cephas back on the field.
Y'all want to get rid of Cephas. Why?
Dan Spencer said Kurt would actually have to count them. Yes, and that will be a tedious task.
And I said you do like the count on Sesame Street.
Yeah.
1 cup, 2 cup, 3 cup.
It would take me a while to count how many Lions I have.
He'd be done counting by the end of the month, I think. But
yeah, I definitely have enough to wear a different Lions cap for probably about almost 2 months. I'll probably have that many. My wife, she's like, boy, you got, and like, there's some Lions cap I've retired. Like I haven't worn in years. Like, yeah. All right, so let's get about me.
I got one thing. We have the person who shall not be named who has entered the chat. Should we give Tim Boyle a 5-year 100?
Who in the hell is that, and why is he in the chat? Who the hell is that, man? That is a troll account to say.
I think Micro Mike has got a burner account or something. But anyway,
that's got to be. I don't know who the hell that is. All right. So looking at for tonight, because we know we got preseason football tonight. Who are you looking at to make some noise on the offense, Luke G? Who are you looking at to make some noise on the offensive side of the ball for the Lions in the preseason game tonight?
David Blau, I need you to unseat this fucking Tim Boyle. I need you to just leave. You know that scene in Remember the Titans where he goes, leave no doubt. I need you to leave no doubt that he needs to be exited stage left immediately. And I need him to be firing on all cylinders. I need him to be like 11 for 13, 158 yards and 3 touchdowns. I need him to like show something that can just let them know you should have never brought Timmy here, okay? Let Timmy Turner going back over where he came from. Like this, I'm just so over it. Like you spent all that time behind freaking Aaron Rodgers, had one of the worst college careers of all my life that I've ever seen statistically, and somehow ended up on the damn Lions. I just need Blau to be something different. Just stand out and be something different. That's the guy I'm looking to just do something, please.
So David Blau, just stand up.
Are they starting any starters tonight?
Yeah,
all of them for the first quarter.
First quarter. Danny Campbell said starters will play in the first quarter.
So then that makes my answer Goff. He better do.
I don't even want.
You know what? I'm praying for rain tonight because I want to see this motherfucker in the rain do something. Damn it! You know
we're inside. What are you talking about?
I don't care. Let the roof leak. I don't give a shit. Okay.
Yeah. Even if we played it in Atlanta, it'd still be inside the dome.
No, I'm looking for Goff to show up. I want to see Goff successfully fucking throw a deep pass. That's what I'm looking at. I want to see that.
Okay, she wants to see the Jared Goff throw a deep pass. Okay, I feel you on that. For me, on the offensive side of the ball, who do I want to see make some noise? Because some players I don't want to see play because I don't want them to get hurt. So for me, it's going to have to be Craig Reynolds. I want to see if he can continue his play from last year. See if he can, continue that because he's supposed to have a stranglehold on that third running back position over the other guys, and I want him to, come in and be like, okay, yeah, this is why that the other guys are say they're fighting for practice squad spots because I've already made the 53-man roster because I am the man. But they're not going to unseat me just because of the fact I think we already know that Jamal Williams and DeAndre Swift are on this team. They're 1 and 2, but that number 3 spot, I want to make sure that Craig Reynolds is showing us that the Netflix and Hulu monikers have stuck, and he has solidified himself as that third running back on the Detroit Lions. So that's my guy. What do you guys think in the chat? Who do you want to see ball out tonight on the offensive side of the ball? Let's see here. For me, it's got to be Jamar Jefferson. Okay. Grands year 12. There you go. Let's see here. Lando Dusbagia says backup quarterbacks, kicker battle, O-line depth, tight end 2. Want to see all the receivers ball out. Excited to see the running back core. Yeah. I agree. Goff. Yeah. Question from Brian. Where did Tim Boyle come from? Well, I know we came from the Packers. Where did he play at college, Luke G? He might have stepped away. I don't know. Where did Tim Boyle go to college?
Where did Tim Boyle go to college? Okay.
I don't know. I don't know where he went to school.
Let me look that up real quick.
All right. Yeah. I don't want to see Swift out there. Neither do I. I don't want to see Swift on the field. I don't want to see Swift until September the 11th when we play. We played a regular season opener. I don't want to see Swift.
He played college football at Connecticut and Eastern Kentucky.
Okay.
And then played for the Green Bay Packers from 2018 to 2020.
Yeah, there it is.
Yeah. So that's what's wrong with him. He played for the Packers and came here, so he's self-sabotaging over here.
Yeah. I don't think he's self-sabotaging. I think he is who we thought he was. I think that
not the Denny Green.
If you're gonna crown him, Luke. If you're gonna crown him, Luke.
Well, we crowning his ass because you look at his career from college to his pro career. I do not get why people keep falling into this damn trap. Like, think about this, right? Just stay with me, right?
Go ahead.
He was so good they went out and got a rookie quarterback against their star quarterbacks, witches. He was the Seattle Seahawks took Matt Flynn from them. What backup has left Green Bay, not named Brett Favre, because Brett Favre at one point was talking about retiring up, but realistically, what backup has left Green Bay in most recent history and did anything? Why do we do this? Why? I know it's the whole thing about don't draft the helmet and all that stuff, but why? It is nothing that he does. Like it makes me question our culture sometimes. Like, what the do y'all see that we missing?
They just needed a body to fill the spot. That's really all they needed until they could afford to put somebody else in there.
Ooh, Michael Hutt coming in with the fire. Boyle equals Orlovsky 2 point. I think
Orlovsky was better.
Orlovsky was better than Tim Boyle.
that's a bad thing.
Even with the fact that this mother ran it backwards in the end zone, it's still he better than Boyle.
Grandpa QB said, "Don't insult Orlovsky like that."
Oh crap!
Man, yeah, Dan.
I think you can combine every backup Bears quarterback that ever existed. Combine them all together, and you would still have them all be better than Boyle.
Yeah, Tim Boyle is when you get booed at training camp and your family's there.
Somebody done said that his family was the one booing.
I mean, that's bad. That's bad. I mean, like, but you know, it's one of those things where you're like, look at this guy and. Guy has a big arm, and you know he's one of those guys. He's just raw. He has a raw arm talent, and that's what's have kept him around. You know what I'm saying? Like he's got a big arm. That's it. You know.
Oh, there you go, Luke. Though, because Orlovsky came from Connecticut too, so it's the Connecticut quarterback curse.
Well, I don't know what the hell it is, but whatever it is, I just, you know, I need David Blau to show up. I need him to 100% scratch and scorch the earth so that they can see like we can live without him.
Man, he need to be running like his wife did in the Olympics. Man, just get out there and just run all over the field because
something. I just can't. Like I just can't no more. Like he's taking up a spot that we can use for so many things, and I don't care what no Lions fans say. I'm still under the belief that the Lions will make the playoff this year, but the reality is. Our secondary scares the shit out of me, and we could be using that spot for something more important. Like I don't know, say a linebacker in safety. Like good grief, man! Will Harris is beating out y'all favorite cornerback. Like come on.
Yeah, that's scary as hell. All right, talking about the defense, we'll close out the name of a player on defense you want to make some noise tonight versus the Atlanta Falcons.
I should have had my Iffy jersey on today. I should have had my Iffy jersey.
I don't know if he's been out for a while, so I don't know if he's gonna play. He's been on the shelf for a few days, so I mean, we'll see if he plays tonight. But
maybe he'll be the surprise.
Maybe surprise Iffy. For me on defensive side of the ball, I think the no doubt answer with the starters playing will be Aiden Hutchinson, but I'm gonna go Charles Harris. Charles Harris, see what he does. You know what I'm saying? Against that Atlanta offensive line that's not supposed to be that well. And, you know, they're going through a rebuild too. They changed their whole offensive system to go around Marcus Mariota. So Marcus Mariota isn't the greatest passing quarterback to ever come out of Oregon. So, I mean, we'll see. But he was more of that running quarterback, mobile type of guy. So, I mean, we'll see how it changes the dynamic in Atlanta based on their offense. So because they're not the same offense without Matt Ryan in Atlanta, just to be honest with you, they're not. So what do you got, Luke? Who on defense are you looking to make some noise versus the Falcons tonight on preseason football?
Listen, I'm gonna tell you why y'all both wrong. Why y'all looking at the wrong people in its entirety. It's one name. It's one name that because I'm telling you, it's starting to feel like a Will Harris situation. Kirby Joseph. Where is that guy?
You just brought up that name just to piss me the hell off, didn't you?
I'm just asking the question.
You just want to start some shit today. That's all you want to do is start some shit today. That's all
think about it. What have we heard about Kirby Joseph?
Absolutely fucking nothing.
They didn't even show him in the first episode of Hard Knocks, and he's a rookie.
And that's where they should keep him.
Right? Like I'm not trying to be funny. Lions fans are ecstatic about having this guy, and he was going to be this, and he's going to do that, and I'm just like, okay, he'll get in when somebody get hurt, the same way as Milton Rodriguez. However, I'm just trying to figure out, like, I want to see Kirby Joseph make some noise. Because if it's starting,
you're gonna be waiting a long ass time. You better go get that popcorn and some fucking snacks because you're gonna be and go potty because you're gonna be waiting for a long ass time.
You're not high on Kirby Joseph?
Have you ever watched an Illini game?
I'm just
all I got to go say is go watch some Illini football. Then you will understand where I'm at with Kirby Joseph. Kirby Joseph was in the background for a reason, stayed in the background for a reason, because he's irrelevant to the whole damn team. Stop with the mess. The person that actually needs, you know who needs to be on this team more than Kirby Joseph?
Who's that?
Quattro Walker.
The little Tracy Walker.
With that
Tracy Walker's son.
Face, that linebacker written all over him, man. With the chain and shit. He looked like he could bite some kneecaps, okay?
Tracy Walker the fourth.
all I've been hearing, I've been hearing a lot of things, man. And is how he was going to be great, and I'm like, maybe it won't be this year, maybe it won't be next year, but at some point I want to.
It ain't going to be any year because he's from the Illini. I don't understand why people do not get why the Illini is trash and nothing good comes from the Illini. It's my team. It's my college team. I would love to support anything from the Illini, but I know them too damn well.
And you're not buying him. See, my thing when we took him was, this is my thing. I'm like, well, I'm glad we got a safety, but I'm like, he only had 1 year of success, and so, you know,
and that's Illini success. That's not saying much. That's like calling Tim Boyle, Matthew Stafford or some shit. No.
Well, that's the guy I'm hoping I see something from. I'm going to be paying close attention to him. Kirby Joseph, man.
Watch this motherfucker prove me wrong tonight, and I have to sit here and eat crow. If I do, I'm going to be pretty.
Hey, if he do, then it's a good thing for us, as Lion fans, because it's like, okay, we ate crow. Like for me, if the moment I start asking questions about any player, everybody get mad. When I hear people that tell me like, "Oh, I'm so excited we got Jamison Williams," and I'm like, he's not playing until November, late October. But it doesn't matter. I'm like, okay, is he going to be better than Calvin Johnson? I've had one person tell me, yeah, he's going to be better than Calvin Johnson, and everybody else says
I am never excited about the signing of a wide receiver you don't need, wasting a draft pick just for him to sit his ass. I'm not ever a fan of that shit when you got other needs on the team that need to be filled. Just not.
And then I asked the question about the Michigan thing. People got mad about that. I said, hey, who was the last defensive lineman or linebacker to come out of Michigan that was like absolutely a stud, surefire, can't miss player? And I got taken to task for asking that question. But it's not me knocking Michigan. It's me saying, as a fan base, think about it. Go and look them up.
I think the last guy, like Larry Foote, was one. I forgot the other guy.
Larry Foote was a journeyman.
What was the guy played for the Eagles? The guy played for the Eagles.
Brandon Graham.
Yeah,
Brandon Graham is just good. He's just good. There's nothing beyond good.
I mean, but good. Hell, sometimes you just need good. Sometimes everybody on that team ain't gonna be great. Sometimes you just need good.
But Sean Gary is a joke.
We got to talk about this one here. Lionel Douchebaggy excited for the bust to CB versus failed safety battle between Okuda and Harris.
Wow. That's a damn shame. You battling a former safety. This dude was playing safety in college.
And that's like the most backwards thing, and it had to happen on the Lions, where you have a guy that's better at corner than he was at safety. It's usually the other way around. When the guy comes in, he goes from corner to safety because the skill set, but it's usually never the other way around. But I mean,
these guys need to be battling for the trash bin. I mean, I don't understand why either guy is on this team right now at all. Not a clue. I have no clue of why they're here.
Well, I'm waiting on Kirby Joseph to show something. I need Joseph. You know what I'm saying?
You just need Kirby Joseph to show something so you can be talking some shit later on.
No, you know that's something like say something. I'm giving up on you. That's the song I've been playing. Like if like that's gonna be one of the questions I'm gonna ask. Like if you had to put a song to certain players, like say something. I'm giving up on you is for like Okuda, right? Like just picture that song. Say something. I'm giving up on you. Like do something, right? With Kirby Joseph, it's like. Where my dog's at? Because I ain't seen him. Where's he? Where he at? When is he gonna show up? You know, like I'm not hearing anything come out of camp. Again, it's practice, but it's like I'm not hearing nothing. Nothing.
Mm-hmm. And because that's what you're gonna see is.
I mean, we'll see tonight. I mean,
I know.
Yeah. I mean, not trying to be facetious or anything like that, because you look at it. I'm not really, besides Kyle Pitts, I'm not really scared of any like pass catcher on the Falcons. I'm like, Drake
London? No, you're not worried about the rookie Drake London?
Nah, never about Drake London.
I ain't worried about anybody on the Falcons team right now. What the hell?
Because and the reason being is that look who they got throwing the ball.
You don't trust Mariota?
Man, hell no.
I'm just asking.
Nah, bro.
Okay, well, speaking of which, we got to have one more question, though.
What you got, Val?
Score prediction. We always have to have a score prediction. So what's your score prediction, Luke?
Score prediction it's hard for a preseason game.
Yeah, because I don't really care what the score is. And
we just always do it for fun. It doesn't, we know it doesn't matter.
Score prediction, because I anticipate it to be a sloppy game. I'll say 24-17 Lions.
I will say, I'll say 27. 27-17 Lions.
I'll go 21-14 Lions.
Okay. You know. All right, let us know in the comments what your score prediction is for tonight. What you think. Mariota Grandia 12 says Mariota is not bad. We way better than Felipe Franks. Man, not Felipe Franks, man. Dang, go on. You take, man. All right, so we got 2016s from Michael Hooks for the Lions. Brian Silver says 10-7. Ooh, that's a low scoring game. Man, that's low. Man,
you think they're actually going to compete hard tonight, huh?
Or both teams just suck that bad. maybe it too. I don't know. I don't know. 30-14 Lions, Dan Spanos. Tony Blumenshine says 22-20 Lions. That's kind of a weird score for a football game. Yep. Anybody going to be watching along with Micro Mike tonight?
We are probably more than likely going to be in the game day chat.
Yeah, probably in the game. Yeah, definitely. That's probably where I'll be hanging out. 24-10 Lions and Paul Giroux. I know I will be probably out there on my back porch, on my patio, watching the game probably on my iPad or something like that, because Friday nights are my cigar and wine down night. So I will be having me a nice cocktail, having me a cigar, maybe some cognac, maybe some whiskey. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what it is, maybe some bourbon, but I will be watching the game with a nice fat cigar on tonight. That's what I do.
Grandpa QB says that there's going to be 35 flags for tonight.
Oh my God. You see how many flags they were in that Giants game last night? That was ridiculous. It was every other play. All right, 35. Man, Maniac Tim, I forgot to mention this earlier, man. He's still under the weather. That's why he isn't here, man. Feel better, Tim. Man, hey, we miss you over here on Free for All Fridays, man. So feel better, my dude. I hope you can get back on with us soon. We miss you here on the show, man. Fat Patricia says 34-28 Lions. Falcons blow a 28-3 lead going into halftime. Man, I got some people that I know, man, are Falcons fans. Also, you got to say. JV3 says he wants to see Demetrius Taylor, 62. He has been doing his thing. You know what I'm saying? So, you did. You did see that highlight on Hard Knocks. Yeah, definitely.
Pardon me on this. I'm looking at this damn profile with Matt Patricia and this weird smirk on his face. It is such a trigger for me. Like I
Do we need some therapy and some medication?
Yeah, like I really want to just like I want to cuss at it. I'm like, what? You just gonna smirk like you? Yeah, I'm still here.
Need to get Luke G some CBD gummies. Calm down his anxiety. All right, well, Granzio 12 says, get well to my Maniac Tim. Yeah, definitely. Say Lauren Lower of Douchebag says, hope you feel better at Maniac Tim. Yeah, we wish you well, man. Tony Blumenshine says any score will be okay, just knowing injuries. You know what? I second that emotion. You know that's old R&B.
Yeah, they don't
song.
know about that. They don't know about that.
I second that emotion. Yeah, man.
And we got some fans here trying to get at me about Tibbs being horrible, but that's okay.
Tibbs. Wait, no. How can you be horrible in your first preseason? Come on, what is wrong with you?
It's preseason.
It's preseason. Man. A lot of players are horrible right out within the first. From preseason to the first couple of games.
Yeah.
I don't mean shit.
What exactly constitute horrible? Like that's what I want to know.
Yeah,
what makes you horrible? What should have happened?
That he didn't do shit when he should have. I mean, or whatever.
Did he even play?
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah, but he didn't really do shit.
Yeah.
Right. But here's my thing. If it's your first preseason game and they just want you to get the speed of it, who knows what the instructions were to him? Like I'm starting to realize through the Hard Knocks episode that they giving out weird instructions to people. So I'm just saying, like, it's too early. It's too early to try to talk trash and do it. Because they did the same thing to me, trying to say like, "Oh, Kuda's playing better than Isaiah Simmons in the first." I don't like y'all are freaking nuts.
Yeah.
All right, JV3 said Detroit 28, Falcons 20, 3 or more sacks for the Lions. Okay. All right, Grand 12 said Kurt. I said Joseph, Kirby Joseph, like LL did. I guess saying goes no news about someone in camp is better than bad news. Well, I don't know. That can be a mixed bag because we got no news about Jerry Davis and we turn our Hard Knocks and that dude blowing everybody up. So I mean, I don't know. All right, man. Now it's time for final thoughts for today's show. We're running up on it, man. Thank you guys for allowing us to come and entertain you during your lunchtime on this Friday. Get you ready for the game tonight. We will be back next week with more content. And Wednesday going to be lit when we do our Hard Knocks review from Tuesday night. So join us, man. It's just going to be a great, great time. And we're going to love doing our preseason game recap on Monday. So join us and check us out to see what's going on right here on Detroit Lions on the Pride, your home for Detroit Lions news and rumors. Val, give me your final thoughts for today's show.
Well, it's always a good day when you can get together with Lucci and talk some shit. I mean, we got to talk some shit to each other all the time, so it's a good thing.
We agreed a lot today, though, Val.
We do sometimes agree, which is scary. I mean, I think I'm training you up in the Jedi ways, but I mean, you're getting there. But
damn, she called you a Padawan.
A Padawan, right?
A Padawan, man.
You got me getting ready to go to the dark side.
But football season is here. I got Lions tonight and Bears tomorrow, so I'm good for the weekend when it comes to football. And you guys, don't forget, we're gonna be at the Lions game chat tonight. But don't forget, next Friday is the fan takeover. So if you have questions that we have not addressed, or you want to hear our opinion about something, post them in the comment section below the video, not in the live chat, but below the video. You guys are going to control the show. We'll finish, but from that you have complete control. All the questions will come from you. Yep. If you want to be on the show, let us know in the comments as well. I will get a hold of you and give you the ability to be able to get on the show to either ask questions or answer them on your opinion. So this is going to be a completely show all for you guys.
Yeah.
By you, for you, and with you. So we can't be more excited about that one.
Very, very excited. Man, it's a great day right here in Detroit Lions and the Pride to hang out with everyone. And he's tentatively is scheduled to appear next week. My man Easy from Woodward Sports and Woodward Heavyweight said he wants to be on next week's Free for All Friday. So right now we got him penciled in. You got Woodward Sports own Easy or Speak Easy Sports, man. The Woodward Heavyweight is going to be on the program next week. Thank you all for hanging out with us. Enjoy the game tonight. Like I said, we'll be over in the game day chat. It'll be between sips and cigar draws for me, but I'll be in there. Like I said, man, have a great weekend. Be with your loved ones, and in a world you could be anything. Please be kind. All right, my man Lou G, take us home, brother.
Hey, as always, man, just want to say thanks everybody for being here, for showing love to the family and stuff, and for always being a huge support of this movement of great content that's coming for us. You know, me can't end the show unless we do it on a positive note. Today's positive message comes from me. It is time for you to take the call. See, this is the thing that I've come to a conclusion on. Some of y'all are getting called to do things that you just keep acting like you don't hear the phone ringing. But when the phone rings, you have to take the phone call. There's somebody right now that you can help be better today than they were yesterday. But you insist on ignoring the phone call because maybe it came up private. It's private because there's something in divine order that is set up for you to be a bigger part of that person's life. Don't sit there, ignore the call when the phone call comes in. Answer it and answer it with pride. Sometimes it may be a person who just needs someone to listen, and this can be your opportunity to take in all of those grievances. Maybe it's somebody who needed to hear a friendly voice, get a joke for the day, or simply video calls you because they needed to see a happy face or a smile. You cannot continue to reject the call. When it's your time to take the call and somebody is out there who can be helped, who can be pushed, who can be assisted, you have a mitigated duty to make sure you take that phone call. You are the difference in this world. And when you ignore that phone call, you find yourself in a position where one day you might be the one calling. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, please hit that like, subscribe, notification bell, join the members page because they do wild stuff over there, having way too much goddamn fun. And if you don't do nothing else at all, pay attention to a hat that this man over here in your top left corner is wearing so you can win you something nice and good. And as always, don't be no chump. Please do your research.
Yes, Luke, I had to tell someone this week to do their research in the comment cards because what they said.
It's like, yeah, just watch the show, bro, first before you make a comment. Yeah, it's all that one, too.
Please do your research. Hey, man, with all that being said, man, have a good time tonight, man. And you know what you guys do for your boy Kurt Steele. Whatever you do in life, you got to boss up, ball out, and be the best version of you that you can be. For the panel, this is Kurt Steele, and we will holler at you real soon. We love you, Jim.